For the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. City Clerk Norris, would you call the roll?
Mayor McClellan.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Here.
Councilmember Radner.
Here.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Here.
Councilmember Crawford.
Here. We have a quorum. Is there a motion for the approval of the agenda?
So moved.
Stephanie Crawford.
Second.
Okay. Radner. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Okay, thank you. Whitehead? Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Crawford?
We need to remove 7C, by the way, I'm sorry.
Remove 7C.
Approval of the agenda. We didn't do the approval of the agenda.
Oh, go back to the approval of the agenda. We are removing 7C. So a motion to approve the agenda as amended, please remove 7C. So Crawford, would you make the motion again?
Motion to approve the agenda, removing 7C.
Thank you. And Radner, would you second? Nope. Second.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The consent agenda, these are routine items presented without discussion. Any member can have an item removed from the blanket motion and considered separately. A, regular city council meeting minutes for December 1st, 2025. Special organizational city council meeting minutes for the same date. For September. C, approval of payment application number 4 to Alba Masonry Stone and Tile Company of Waterford, Michigan for the Event Hub masonry work in the amount of $63,000. D, approval of payment application number 5, the final one, in the amount of $13,703.46 to Taplin Group, LLC of Kalamazoo, Michigan, for the 2024 Sewer and Catch Basin Cleaning and TV Inspection Project, M774. E, payment of an MDOT invoice for the 2025 9-mile construction project from Cloverlawn to Greenfield, M771, for the total amount of $125,063.58. F, payment to OHM Advisors for construction engineering services on the 2025 9-mile construction project from Greenfield to Cloverlawn in the amount of $52,514.90. G, resolution naming David DeCoster, Deputy City Manager, Director of Public Works, as the City of Oak Park Streets Administrator. H, Traffic Safety Board meeting minutes for November 19th, 2025. I, payment to Stantec for professional design services for Tyler Park in the amount of $30,555. J, Public Safety Activity Summary Report for May 2025. K, new and renewal of licenses for December 15th. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. What is Oak Park Streets Administrator?
Dave.
It's an official designation that we're required to do for funding, MDOT funding and so forth. But I believe Dave Dave has been the streets administrator for some time. Dave, I don't know if you want to add to that, but tell us about your duties, Dave, in detail, from start to finish.
Good evening. City manager is correct. It's just a designation that the state requires for Act 51 funding. I've been up before Our former city engineer has been it before, but we were required to designate a streets administrator, similar to our water system and our utilities.
Very good, thank you very much. Let's see, that puts us on. There are no elected officials. That puts us on public hearings, and we would like to invite Kim Maroney, our Director of Economic Development, up to the podium to give an introduction.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, and City Council members. We have a public hearing that we're going to open after we describe the project, and that is for the adoption of a brownfield plan for Barton Mallow project. It encompasses 4 parcels along 8 Mile Road and Fern Street. They will be demolishing 3 current structures that are on the site that were industrial in nature prior, and there has been contamination that has been found during the environmental studies. So in order to get the cleanup done on the property so that they can continue with their development, they're hoping to get approved for a brownfield plan. They're going to be constructing a 55,943 square foot new structure along 8 Mile Road. And this will allow them to be on a level playing field with a greenfield site for building. They'll continue to pay the taxes that are current on the property today, and essentially they would be reimbursed for any eligible expenses to recapture the additional tax increment that will be on the site after the development, to reimburse them for the cost to clean up the environmental contamination on the site. And we have representatives from the environmental company SME and also Barton Mallow if you have any questions for them or myself.
We would love them to come up and say a few words.
Okay.
Good evening, Troy Helmick with SME. The brownfield plan is important because Barton Mallow acquired the properties. They are not the liable party to clean up the contamination associated with the historical uses on the property, but they are required to prepare the properties for due care. So for the due care obligations that Barton Mallow will take on, they need to build a building safely based on the contamination on the site and make it safe for any third-party workers, people that coming to their building will also be safe. So that is the purpose of the brownfield plan, is to accommodate any contaminated soil, groundwater on the property and to improve the infrastructure for what their planned development.
So Barton Mallow is going to be paying for that, and we will be paying them back. Is that correct? Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, a question. Mayor Pro Tem Julie Edgar.
So the city is essentially going to pay for the cleanup of this property. And over the life of this brownfield authority, the designation, how much is Barton Mallow not going to pay? What kind of revenue is going to be taken from the city and put back into the brownfield development?
So if I understand your question correctly, just to make sure, they're going to continue to pay the current taxes at the level that the properties are assessed at today, so we'll continue to receive that, and none of that will be touched for reimbursement to Barton Mallow for the eligible expenses. So similar to the way the Corridor Improvement Authority works with the additional tax revenue based on the new assessment of the property, those additional dollars would be the only ones that would be captured in the brownfield plan. That also includes the county taxes as well as the state. So they would capture all of those back to reimburse for those costs until all of the eligible expenses are paid for. And once they're paid for, then the brownfield plan closes out. Also part of it, the city is capturing 5% administration fees to help run the brownfield authority, and that will be continue to be captured over the life of the plan.
So who has been on this property? Has it been vacant?
They've been vacant for several years, and the 3 properties need to be demolished in order for the new construction to happen. But since, as Troy had already mentioned, they are not the responsible party for the contamination. It was the former industrial uses on the site.
So did they have to test the soil before embarking on this project?
Yes, so anytime a commercial property is purchased, they typically hire somebody to do a phase 1. Sometimes that then leads to a phase 2 environmental. In order to protect themselves when purchasing the property, they have to file with Eagle a baseline environmental assessment so that they don't become the responsible party for environmental cleanups.
And you said that this property is for their greenfield, the work that Barton Mallow's doing on Greenfield.
No, what I'm saying when I mentioned the greenfield, a greenfield site is if you had just, let's say, a vacant farmland that nothing's ever been constructed on it, it's easy to build. There's usually no contamination on site that you have to clean up prior. A brownfield site is one that does have contamination, which leads to additional cost in order to do any development. So it kind of makes it on a level playing field for a greenfield site, which we really don't have any left in Oak Park.
How many brownfield development authorities do we have right now?
We have 2 currently.
And the other one is?
The other one is Corso on 11
Right.
Mile.
Can you talk a little bit about what's happening with Corso? I haven't noticed any movement there.
Yep, so again, similar to the 8MK one that we had previously, we waited 1.5 years for the EPA to approve the plan for cleanup of PCBs on the site. They recently got approval on that, so now they're moving to actually do the cleanup on the site.
Great. Thank you.
Any further questions? Yes, City Manager Tungate.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So I want to make a statement, and then I have a couple of questions. So my statement is, and I have a little bit of the inside track, just being a planning commission member and seeing this project come before the planning commission. And just, the statement I want to make is, I want to thank Barton Mallow for their huge, I think around $28 million
$28 million.
investment into our community, which I think, and my question part of this is, I think would not happen absent these additional funds. And unfortunately, they didn't create the pollution, but they have to deal with it per state law. So, I think that was going to be one of my questions too, and maybe this is for our SME representative here. Why do we not have a clawback still in this state so that it maintains its designation as a polluter pay state? Why is it their responsibility?
Just so I understand, your question is, why is it whose responsibility? Barton Mallow's?
Why is it Barton Mallow's responsibility to clean up for somebody else's mess, in other words?
That is we could probably go into a long conversation if we had an environmental attorney here, but I'm a geologist. But the short answer is that in the state of Michigan, and this isn't like any other states, there's an obligation to comply with due care. And the due care is essentially to make it safe for people to be on the property. So although Barton Mallow is not liable for it, they do have an obligation to make the property safe. They don't have to clean it up to non-residential clean standards, because that would not be financially feasible to do that for any property, just because of the cost for remediation and cleanup.
Okay.
So the next best thing is to make it safe by engineering controls, that type of means.
Okay, and then I have another question for you, Kim. Thank you, by the way. We have the 2 brownfield plans outstanding. We used to have another one, and that was the Eaton Steel project.
We had 2 other ones, Eaton Steel and Showstack.
Okay, and the Showstack one is that
They're both closed out.
they're both closed out.
Yeah. and they have
How much
been for several
additional
years.
revenue, let's just take the Showstack property in general, maybe just the FedEx portion of that. How much additional revenue off the top of your head is that producing to the city now that it's completely redeveloped?
I want to say that's $500,000 a year.
Yeah,
It might be higher now.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've looked at it.
So in other words, once the brownfield TIF is utilized for the purposes of cleaning up someone else's mess, Barton Mallow is going to be assessed on this $28 million investment, producing Lord knows how much new revenue to the city's coffers for police
Yeah.
and fire and other things.
That's correct, and the reason Brownfield is such a good opportunity for the city to enter into with a developer or business owner is so that the property does get redeveloped, because many times these sites sit vacant with blighted buildings for many, many years, and nothing ever happens. Because of that additional cost, it makes development actually not feasible. So it puts them more on a level playing field, and a lot of developers don't even want to deal with the contamination on a site, so they just let it sit and rot, and we wouldn't see any increase in revenue.
Is that $500,000 a year?
Yes.
And Madam Mayor, just a quick question.
Yes,
What is the
Mayor Pro
property
Tem.
generating now?
Hold on one second. Thought I had written it down. I want to say it's around $125,000 a year is what they're currently paying, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that.
We can get that information at the next,
Yeah, I can get that out to everybody.
okay.
Yeah, when you add the 4 properties up, might be a little bit less than that.
So we don't have any clean land, this is the only way we're going to get development.
Yeah, it's either that or let them sit there and rot.
Yeah, right.
What I don't understand is the state doesn't like these TIFs, right? They don't love these authorities because it deprives them of extra revenue, and yet they make new property owners or prospective owners clean up after
Yeah.
somebody else. So that, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it does get confusing because you're hearing 2 different sides of the coin, so I agree.
Can I just add to that, just Mayor Pro Tem? I think it also puts communities like ours into an extreme disadvantage, being that we're 100% developed. If we were competing, not that we are, but hypothetically, if Barton Mallow was considering a greenfield site, somewhere that, and land that has never been developed across this, it'd be a distinct disadvantage for us if we didn't have these programs to utilize to keep them here and make the investment here.
Right.
Yeah, and it's similar with the Showstack site, nothing would have happened on that property. That armory site of 100 acres would have sat vacant probably forever if nobody cleaned it up.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
So now we need to open the public hearing, and then I'll come back and you can vote on the resolution.
Okay. We're now opening the public hearing. Anybody who would like to come up and talk about this brownfield plan, give us your name and address.
Good evening, Ken Sherman, 23840 Jerome Street, Oak Park. Thank you for changing the order of the hearing after 2 requests. On the 3rd request, you got it right, so thank you. Couple questions. Is the property that they're doing on 8 Mile, is that the WWJ building, or is that a different property? And if it's not, can you talk about, because I thought that property was contaminated too and needed to go through the process and have never heard anything more. So if it's not, can they identify, or can the city identify what properties specifically were there? The names of the property, just so I kind of get a sense of what's there. And also, can the developers or the city identify what property, like the names or types of properties are being built there? Thank you.
Yes. please.
So, great questions. The property being developed is in close proximity to the WWJ building, but it is not that property. To answer your question, we would love for them to take the property and redevelop it. Absolutely, 100%. We'll work directly with them to do that, and we've encouraged them to do that. And I think there's an open ear to listen to ideas for that. It is not under site control for them, though. It is not part of this project, but it is in close proximity, adjacent to the rear and to the west of that property.
Thank you. Anyone else here to speak for the public hearing? You need to come up because we can't hear you.
You want Kim to? Just asking what properties, do you have a name of the properties or?
If you're familiar with Fern Street, there was the old recycling facility, and there was a rental place. I can't think of the name of it. Sunbelt, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else speaking for the public hearing? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing and invite Director Kim Maroney back before we vote to approve the agreement.
Yes, if you have any questions further on the project, I'm happy to answer them.
Does Barton Malo want to come up and just explain what they're doing?
Sure. Kevin?
Good evening, everyone. Sorry. Kevin Zaley with Barton Mallow. Appreciate you guys opening the building up for time today to talk about the development. So we're excited about the development. Barton Mallow is a 100-year-old general contractor based out of Southfield as our headquarters. Oak Park serves as our big support operation for all the construction that we do in and around Detroit, as well as nationally and now internationally through Canada as well. All of the tools, equipment, consumables, some of the prefabrication, pre-building materials, mock-ups, things like that, we all run out of Oak Park. We do steel fabrication, we run our fleet of vehicles. Basically all the support services for the major construction operation is here. It's been a great partnership. We look forward to developing the land right on 8 Mile. It's going to be more of a phase 1 to our approach to the space we need to support the things that we do. 50,000 square feet, we'll be able to add some people, add some resources, expand a lot of the operations that we do now to support the things we build. We're focusing on a lot of just space for storage, space for moving some logistics, and training and taking care of some of the individuals on the team too. And yeah, looking forward to just kind of beautifying 8 Mile for the city as part of the 8 Mile Boulevard Association we've recently got more involved with, and looking forward to what this could bring for us, for the city, for the neighbors and everything around.
That's amazing. You said the magic words is beautifying 8 Mile.
Oh.
Yeah.
Madam Mayor?
Mayor Pro Tem Julie Edgar.
So it sounds like this is going to be sort of a, not really a staging area, but a place from which construction materials go out to different projects. So lots of trucks.
Not as many as you think, not as much of the semi-traffic, more individual trucks, things like that. We're going to have the semi-traffic. We already have the base of operation behind this property with some of the other properties we own. This development that we're looking to build sits on, I think, just under 10 acres, right on 8 Mile. We own and operate out of another 10 to 20 acres behind that. And we're looking to expand with the space we have, build new buildings, potentially then focus on redeveloping some of the other spaces too. So the trucks already kind of come and go. We kind of go in and out of Cloverdale right now onto Coolidge to get to the main roads. But yeah, this should give us bigger, nicer, newer space to do a lot of the things we need to do. And I think that when you think about the operation we have and the culture of our company, it's not going to look like a construction warehouse. It's going to look a whole lot nicer just based on the environment and stuff that we want our people to be able to work out of.
So I read that you'll have about 50 jobs. This will create 50 jobs. So are they permanent jobs?
Yes.
And what will these employees be doing primarily?
Yep, it'll be a combination of mechanics, warehouse laborers, people stocking shelves, filling orders, things like that. It'll open up some space for us to add 1 or 2 fabricators, and then just kind of office personnel in and around that. So the bigger the operation, the more accounting personnel, office, management, project managers, estimators, things like that will be a part of the team.
Yes. City Manager.
Kevin, I know at the Planning Commission meeting, we were able to see some renderings of what this could look like. We don't have those on hand where we could maybe put those up at all, we're not ready for that, okay. Oh. But we'll be ready to release those publicly at some point in the near future?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. To give you a background, yeah, we were looking at, some conceptual design and what it would look like, so.
Are you members of the 8 Mile Boulevard Association?
We are.
Roped them in, thank you.
Yeah.
We're very happy to have you expanding for your second 100 years
Yeah.
in
Thank
Oak
you, Mayor.
Park.
I have one more question.
One more
Okay.
question. Mayor Pro Tem.
The brownfield site, is that the 10 acres that you're going to redevelop?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming in.
Thank you.
Let's see.
We have to close the public hearing now.
I thought we did, yes? We closed it. Public hearing is closed, thank you. We are approving the agreement, correct? Okay. Motion to approve the Barton Mallow Brownfield Plan and Reimbursement Agreement Resolution.
Second.
Thank you, Crawford. Redder. Any discussion or questions? Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. Next, we have number 8 on the agenda, accounting reports. Need approval for payment of invoice 656512 submitted by Garen Luco Miller, PC, for legal services in the amount of $15,166.66. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Mayor Solomon, a second. Thank you. His line is, you always have to pay your attorneys because he's an attorney. You have to, inside joke, yes.
They're almost as important as geologists.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Thank-
finally met one tonight.
Yes. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead,
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. Item 8B, approval for payment of invoice 6900 submitted by Schiffman Fournier for legal services retainer for January 1st, 2026 to March 31st, 2026, in the total amount of $20,000. We pay a quarter ahead. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Sensei, Crawford, and Whitehead. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead,
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford,
Yes.
Motion
Ma-
carried.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Motion carried. Ha ha. C, approval for payment of an invoice 1821 submitted by Disick Faber Kaplan for legal services in the total amount of $6,500. Mr. Kaplan is our prosecutor.
Make a motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Radner and Whitehead. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead,
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. We're now in the city manager section of our agenda. City Manager Eric Tungate.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of council. So 10A1, I would like to call Deputy City Manager of Community Services, Adam Ozarzak, please.
Good evening, everyone. Just one moment.
What you got?
There we go. All right.
He's got the whole.
Yeah. The whole setup.
Quite a setup here.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Okay, so before council makes any action on any items, just give you a little background of how we got to our point here. So before you, council, just give you a Tyler Park project update. So as you can kind of see, this picture was taken from our Parks and Rec master plan. Tyler Park, the city's portion of the park, is about a 3.7 acre parcel. This picture you're seeing here is kind of on its side. From the north section, we, let me go back here for a second, sorry. Back in 2023, we went into Parks and Rec master plan. And part of that Parks and Rec master plan and the Elevate Oak Park millage, one of the few things that we want to do is put walking paths and enhancements through park system wide. And that's kind of how we got here today with that. Kind of just a little recap of that outreach summary for that Parks and Rec master plan. It was a 2-year process, 20 town hall meetings, 7 stakeholder meetings, and 6 city council meetings. Kind of come to where we're at with that. On July 21st, 2025, we entered into an interlocal agreement with Berkeley Schools because Berkeley Schools owns the property. You'll see the line up there to the south. So we are both working together to make enhancements to that park at one point. On October 20th, 2025 council meeting, we brought before you a request to bid for park improvements at this park. The city's portion to the north were for 2 path paving as well as earth and site work. So part of that interlocal agreement, we piggybacked off the Berkeley Schools bid for construction manager services as well as architectural services. With me today, I have Dave Melville from McCarthy and Smith Inc., who will be awarding the construction manager contract later on today. But Dave, if you just wanted to explain to us real quick about the bid process, how many bids we received for that.
So we did a, good evening, everyone. Thank you. We did a bid, a little bit unique, where we took, with the ownership of the north side and then the work with the south side, we subdivided the work categories, and we realized that there would be 2 contractors that would be working on both sides. If you look kind of on the southern side, there's some bleachers. There's a small restroom facility that's being installed there. That's all on the school property. So to continue the concrete paved band around the north side to complete that loop, that's one of the contracts that we are looking to award from the city side. And then the other to get the earthwork completed, get it shaped, get some underground drainage in place. There's some utilities that needs to happen in order to facilitate that. So it's the 2 scopes of work that we are looking to award. Those contractors, and so the way we did the bid process, we put both projects together and had different categories to delineate the scope. In the paving category, we received 2 bids. And for the utilities category, we received 4. And then we had a little bit of noise in the bidding world, just with the different categories where some of the numbers were placed, and there was a mistake that was made on one of the bidders on the utilities. So we had to go to the second low. And we did that through the post-bid process. Feel comfortable with what we've put together, and wanted to present it here tonight.
Wonderful. City Manager Tungate.
Thank you for being here, and Adam, thank you for your hard work on this. I want, just for clarification, so I want to just give a little reminder. You know, part of the reason that, because I don't want to confuse people with this is a lot of moving parts. There's 2 different government entities working on this, but part of the reason for that was Berkeley Schools, their portion of it, so everything south the dotted line there, they issued bonds to pay for and build their portion of it. It had to be delineated according to them, because the bond was issued for specific their purposes. So that's one reason. The other reason is that we wanted to identify as much economies of scale with this project as we possibly could. And so specifically, 10A1 is for the trail part of this, which, right?
Correct.
Which will
Yes.
be asphalt paved.
Correct.
And so what we didn't want to do from the city's perspective
8 foot.
is, if you look at the trailway going around the park area here, is we didn't want to wait to do this when we have contractors out here already working on the Berkeley side. So that is specifically what 10A1 is asking permission for, is to do the asphalt paved walkway part of it.
Just on the city side, which
Just
is
on the
north
city
of the
side.
dotted line.
Right.
To the south is the school districts, which they'll be paying for that portion.
And how
So
much is that
We're
portion?
splitting the path.
The school's portion?
The school's portion of the paving is, I want to say, let me pull that up here. The school's portion of the paving is 176,000.
And it is a 8-foot multi-use path.
How long is it gonna be all the way around?
Oh, gosh.
You know?
I don't know off the answer off the top of my head, I apologize.
Well, the Berkeley School District side is about roughly the same acreage as Tyler Park?
I would say it is a couple acres larger than our parcel. I would say we'd have the smaller of the two parcels.
Correct.
I'm excited about this. I think this is great.
Madam Mayor, can I also just add, I think it's also, council members, it's also important to remember that this is just the phase one aspects of our portion of it. It's the trail, and is there other stuff as part of our phase
Just
one?
trail and earthwork to address
Earthwork,
the
yeah.
drainage issues
Yeah.
at the field as well as the path, so. they're
And so
hoping-
the rest of it, the pavilion and other, play equipment, possible other amenities, that's all part of phase two that we will then revisit on our side of the property, completely separate from all of this at a later point.
And the sledding hill is the later point?
And the sledding hill would be part of the later point, correct? Yep.
Hopefully, that will happen sooner than later.
Yeah.
So we don't have a representative from the Berkeley School District here?
I'm here on behalf of Berkeley Schools.
Just wondering, since the practice diamond is on Oak Park property, whether maybe Berkeley Schools would consider knocking in a little more money to this project?
Well, can you pull that back up?
It's not.
I can't speak to that.
Madam Mayor, can I ask, Director Stasiak, could you come to the microphone, please? I want to just have you speak to this a minute. The practice diamond on this, not the full-scale one on the Berkeley property fully, but the practice diamond one, do you intend on having programming at this diamond?
Yes,
for-
yes, I
For
do.
the city's purposes? Okay.
Correct, yes, yes.
And
That's,
do you-
that's our understanding with Berkeley Schools.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
The south part is off limits. The north one, we can use.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the south is going to be the girls' varsity softball.
You got to come to the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. The south field, the main field is going to be the girls' varsity, Berkeley Schools' girls' varsity softball.
And could I just ask one more question? Adam, the other thing I just want to clarify for the
Yes.
community is that the trailways will go into the neighborhoods as well, correct? They won't
That
just
is
stop at
correct.
the field? Okay.
Yep, they will go into the neighborhoods at both north and south sides of the property.
Say that again?
So both north and south sides of the property are going to have access to the neighborhood, walking trail, or a sidewalk is going to connect the both north and side neighborhoods to the park.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, actually, could you elaborate on the south end, where is the walkway going to go? Because there's a parking lot on the west side. So how is this going to be engineered?
You mean the back, south back portion of
The south
Near
walkway
the
that's going to
softball field?
connect? Yeah,
Get from Lincoln to.
Yeah.
yes.
So go down on,
So just shrink it.
Sorry. sorry, technical difficulties.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. So from my current understanding is they would, that would go into the parking lot, which then would connect with the sidewalk that is near, I believe that is
On
Lincoln.
Lincoln?
Yeah. that's
Whatever
Lincoln.
street to the
So
south
you've got
is there.
Two areas where that sidewalk will kind of go in on either side of that school to the south.
And there's an existing sidewalk on the eastern portion of it. There will be new sidewalk built as part of this on the southwestern part of it, behind the school, connecting into the sidewalk existing on Lincoln.
Correct.
Because as it is, you have to walk through the parking lot to get to the field.
Right.
I believe on the bottom right side, near that first circle, I think that sidewalk connects down, and then it's kind of grayish area, but I believe there's a walking path to that as well.
And just in case residents who are listening don't know where Tyler Park is, it's north of
Oh, it's
Lincoln,
next to the
between
parking lot.
Greenfield and Coolidge.
That's all new, but that'll just drive right into the existing.
So it's not in the parking lot.
It's hard to see.
Next to the parking lot.
Right, I'm wondering how they're gonna do that, because there's
Yeah.
woods right there.
It'll be adjacent to the parking lot, but it is supposed to be a separate chunk. We did ask about that.
I've been playing on that field my entire life, because I grew up there and I still live there. I don't think I've went on a sidewalk there once. We always go through the parking lot.
Yeah.
So we,
So it'll be good that there's I know there's a sidewalk, but.
There's going to be an additional
Yeah,
sidewalk
that'll be good.
next to the parking lot on the west side,
Correct.
heading down to Lincoln, that wasn't there when you were growing up,
Yes.
because we are improving things.
So kind of going back to the first agenda item, 10A1, following the public bid opening, which was held on November 13th, 2025, it is recommended that council award the low asphalt and site concrete bid to Asphalt Specialists of Pontiac, Michigan, in an amount not to exceed $71,000. Funding is available in the Tyler Park Enhancement budget.
Is there a motion?
So,
Okay.
second,
Radner and Edgar. Any further discussion or questions?
I'm excited about this project.
Yeah.
I live nearby as well, and be really exciting.
And Adam, you did a great history of how we got to this day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitehead.
yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Somebody-
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
And Councilmember Radner.
Thank you.
Okay, so Adam, we're going to pivot over to 10A2, and now this is the earthwork portion of this project.
Correct. Before we go to vote to council, we'll kind of just give a little background of what that necessarily entails. So again, the earthwork for the site is that field, kind of the grassy area there, is kind of prone flooded. So they'll be doing some under drainage, as well as our portion of the walking path is going to be slightly elevated. So the sidewalks will not flood in typical wet conditions. Dave, is there any other thing regarding to the?
The only other component of that is the restoration, seating and getting it back to.
Oh, back to the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. The other part of the utilities portion is the site restoration, the grass seed after the work is complete.
So you kind of dig holes under the park and put in drainage tubes?
We'll come through and we'll scrape a layer of topsoil off. We'll do the under drainage. There's a small amount of underground storage, utility, and then that ties into the existing storm system. And then we'll fill everything back and place the pavement. And then we'll lay down grass and get it restored.
So it won't flood?
That is the plan.
Mayor, I just have one question. Probably should
Mayor
have-
Pro Tem.
Should have asked, this is regarding the walkways. Is the city going to redo the existing path that goes through the park, that goes through Tyler and the Berkeley School District property?
Existing path.
Yeah, sorry. The existing path is.
You mean from the north end of the?
Yeah.
I think she means from the north end of the property. There's an existing walking path there.
From
I-
the
It's
right
my,
there
underst-
on the- It's right there on
Yeah.
the east side.
On
so
the
the
northeast
connection
side?
on the north
that
end of
wide?
it there. It's my.
You're saying past the colored portion towards
No.
that street to the north, you're
No,
saying?
no, there's a path there now. There's an existing path that goes through.
East side or west
It's
side?
on the east
The
side.
northeast side, you're saying?
Where that-
So
Yep.
is that going to be redone? I know some of it was repaved probably, I don't know, 5 years ago?
I would say so.
Yeah, I believe so. I can get Adam a sketch first thing tomorrow morning that outlines that, where you're talking about that, all the way in the northeast corner, that kind of L-shaped walkway? Okay.
No, it's a walkway that goes,
Yeah.
it goes through the park from Talbot Street to
where's-
Lincoln, or to the parking lot.
Well, can I?
Maybe you're going to take that, maybe that's going to go as
Well,
part
it's
of
my
the-
understanding,
Draw
can
where
I
it
just
is.
ask Dave, so and Adam, all of the trail that we see in that diagram is going to be 8 feet, correct?
Correct.
So, okay, so if that's the case, then it has to be replaced.
It's all new path.
It's
What-
got to
what
all.
you see is-
goodness
What you're
sake.
seeing as gray on that,
This is the
that path is all new.
path. But we're
Now I
gonna
understand
have
your question.
This path
That will
instead,
be
right?
replaced. That will not.
It will be-
not be in there, no.
It will
Okay,
be
so
the-
they're taking that one away?
Yes, they are
Okay.
taking that away, right.
Yeah.
And then again, even that connection piece that I was referring to will be replaced with an 8-foot wide asphalt trailway.
Nice.
Allowing people to walk around the park or
Yeah.
bike around the park?
If you want to get hit
Skateboard?
by, if you want to get hit by a
Skateboard.
softball.
Rollerblade,
Rollerblade, all right.
Play hockey?
hockey,
Mhm.
speed walk, sprint.
All right. Let's see, so we have a request to award the Tyler Park earthwork and site utility bid to Jacqueline Contracting of Dryden, Michigan, in the amount of $329,000. Do we have a motion? Solomon Radner and Whitehead. Are there further questions about the park or the drainage or the flooding or anything?
I wish we had a geologist to explain it, but Put 'em on the spot.
All right, I think they are doing something similar in Huntington Woods to the school lot that always floods. And they laid pipe underground and covered it up, is that correct?
If I, you're talking about the one on 11
Yeah,
Mile?
yeah.
No, this one is the one right next to the school.
Well, the one, they did do
like
one
the
in Huntington Woods that I know of, and it was the one right next to City Hall on 11 Mile. They did exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's right next to Burton Elementary on the backside of City Hall. It's very similar project.
Okay, got it, because I saw them dig the trenches and put the pipes in and all of that.
Got
Thank
that
you.
all in before it started snowing, so, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Further questions? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes,
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
motion carried unanimously, thank you.
Okay, and we have Adam back for 10A3.
Yes.
Star of the show here tonight.
So the third and final piece of this kind of project here is getting into construction management services, similar to what we're doing with the Event Hub and Frank Rewald. So before you, we are requesting council to approve a construction management services agreement with McCarthy and Smith, Inc. in the amount of $93,000, and to allow the city manager to sign the agreement on behalf of the city. This agreement is mirrors the one with Berkeley School District to ensure consistency in scope, terms, and expectations for the Tyler Park project.
Okay, is there a motion for this request?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Edgar and Radner.
Madam Mayor.
City manager.
Adam, just for clarification, so I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. The contract recommendation for them, for McCarthy and Smith,
Yes.
so if anyone is wondering why we're doing it the way we're doing it, if I'm not mistaken, this was laid out in the interlocal agreement that we have with Berkeley Schools as part of that agreement that they have.
Correct, that we laid out, that council was brought to them back in July.
Okay, so is it
Yes.
safe to say here that, here again, we've got another, potential savings, economies of scale savings, because they're already working on the project for Berkeley schools.
Correct, yes. Yep.
Thank you.
Two birds, one stone. All right, further questions? Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar,
Yes.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead,
Yes.
and Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Thank
Motion
you.
carried.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming.
And not to be outdone, I'm going to ask Director Maroney to come back up to the podium for 10B1, please.
Does this require a roll call, the approval of the vote?
Good evening. We are requesting that City Council approve an application on behalf of Barton Mallow for a brownfield grant with Eagle in the amount of $1 million. This will help offset the cost that they are going to endeavor in tearing down those buildings and to begin the cleanup on the site. This is a grant through Eagle. We've received these 3 times in the past for other projects, and we are going to apply again on behalf of Barton Mallow for an Eagle grant for that same site we discussed earlier.
So the cost is $1 million.
Correct.
We need approval of the grant application, a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, that's Radner.
Second.
Second, was that
Crawford.
Crawford? Okay. You wanted to speak to that?
I'm sorry, Mayor Pro Tem, these are the properties that you were asking earlier about.
Oh, on 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Let's see, yeah. Any discussion on the Barton Mallow Brownfield grant application?
I do have one question.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem.
What if we don't get the grant?
Then there's no additional money to go to them for that portion of the project. They can roll it into their brownfield plan, and then the money would come from that.
So that doesn't have to come out of the increase?
Yes, and
in
we've already
value.
spoken with Eagle, and they're in support of the project, so it's a matter of moving it forward to them.
Good. Any further questions? Roll call, please.
Mayor McClellan,
Yes.
Councilmember Radner,
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead,
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you.
Some of the buildings that yeah, they'll be taken down and redone. Wait till you see the new buildings, they're amazing. Thank you very much, Kim. 10B2, we have our Manager of Authorities. I always get your title messed up. Michelle Bishop is here. Michelle,
Go
take
by
it.
many things, yeah.
Go by many.
Good evening, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, Eric Tungate, City Manager. Tonight, we have a facade grant request from a brand-new business that's moving in on basically the 9 Mile and Scotia area. Lifestyle, Athletics, Health, Fitness. Their address is 108020 West 9 Mile. The business owner is using the grant to purchase a backlit sign for her new personal training business. And I'd like to say that her mom is actually also a business owner on 9 Mile with Elite Nail Supply. You know them, right? So she is requesting the grant to put a new sign above the window. I think Benny has a picture. So that's kind of the overall, so they're just east of Scotia on 9 Mile, and that spot's been vacant for a little while, and they're just putting a backlit sign above it. We're asking City Council to approve the matching grant in the amount not to exceed $1,891.82, and this is budgeted in the CIA facade grant funds.
Okay. First, we need a motion to approve the facade grant.
So moved.
We've got Edgar and Radner. Any questions? Are they making any other improvements to the facade, or
They're doing some work inside. They had to bring kind of the building up to code. So right now, she's focusing on getting a sign that people can see from 9 Mile and fixing inside.
Wonderful. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Happy holidays to all of you.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
And Kim, you're getting your steps in tonight. 10B3, please.
Yes. The next item is an approval for pay application number 4 and change order number 2 for the 11-mile alleyway and parking lot project. It is approximately 90% complete. The change order is in the amount of $64,542.66, and that is some additional costs that we incurred with some design changes throughout the project.
So moved.
Second, okay. Solomon? Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Whitehead? What were the design changes?
One was the additional bollards that we had to place in the area that will be seating.
Additional what?
Additional bollards, the safety protection for vehicles to not run into the people.
Okay.
Then we also had to add another course of block on the dumpster enclosure, so you couldn't see the dumpster within the enclosure. Another item was the string light poles. They had to be, we had to go with a different one that was in the original quote in order to handle the wind load of the string lights.
Okay, got it. I'm all about lights.
Yeah, and then just some minor items with asphalt and amounts and quantities.
Now, this is not for all of the cutesy stuff, the tables and the
No,
stuff that's coming
no.
in. That's spring.
Yeah,
Right.
those are on order, but it's a pretty long lead time for those to come in, so we expect them early spring.
Yeah, early spring. Any questions? Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Yes.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner.
Yes.
I must say that the Economic Development Department has been busy as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. 10C1, we have our Deputy City Manager, DeCoster. Dave, could you stay up there when you're done with this one as well for the Elevate update?
Sure.
Thank you.
Good evening again, Mayor, City Council, City Manager Tungate. Before you tonight is pay application 6 and change order 4 for the Event Hub project. The construction manager, architect, and city administration have all approved this payment. The change orders for construction and field-related work on the project. And our construction manager, Frank Rewald and Sons, will disperse these funds to the various contractors on our behalf. The masonry and carpentry contractors are continuing their work and have enclosed the Event Hub for the winter. The project is about 50% complete. So before you tonight, it's recommended that pay application number 6 and change order number 4 for the Event Hub project in the amounts of $820,398.26 and $0 respectively be approved. Funding is available in the Event Hub Fund. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
First, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Redner?
Second.
Thank you. Whitehead?
I love the change order.
Yeah, why do we need a nothing change order?
So as we go out throughout the project, we've added things and taken away things from the project. We've changed paint on a couple of items and things. And we still track it as a change order, even though we may have an allowance for it or have a contingency. We still track it in order to have all the accounting straight. So it's a good thing to see a zero change order.
Yes.
They won't all be zero, but we're batting pretty good. We're batting 750 right now.
Dave, yes, they will all be 0.
It's mainly for accounting and tracking purposes.
Thank you. Thank you. Makes sense. Any further questions? So when can we have our first event? Juneteenth.
We're looking at summer of 2026.
Summer.
I don't want to commit to a date.
Yeah, we're not committing. He's doing the Texas two-step on us. Vote, please. Roll call.
Councilmember Crawford.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Edgar.
Yes.
Mayor McClellan.
Yes.
Councilmember Radner. Councilmember Whitehead.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dave, and stay right there for D1, Event Hub Progress Report. Before I get to that, council members, I do want to take this opportunity to point out that we have a brand-new city calendar. Not supposed to hold things up to the camera, but here I am doing it.
Looks great.
And this will be coming into households next week for all of our residents, council members. There's a new one at each of your places tonight. I have to say, this is my 14th, and my time here at least, this is my all-time favorite. So great job to our communications director, Brittany Toth, and her great team for doing a wonderful job and being so inclusive of all of our residents and our council members and some of our staff. I think this is fantastic. So thank you very much. I do want to have, can we pull up the slides for the Event Hub? Dave spoke to it pretty good, at least from a budgetary standpoint. If you could go to the next page. Okay. Next page. This is also, the summary is also in your packet, council members. Oh, go back one if you could to the schedule for December stuff. Dave, could you speak to this? And then I want to
Yeah,
go to
sure.
the summary page next.
So currently, like I said, the building isn't closed. It's being heated. So we have crews inside working rough mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. They are building out, while they're building out the exterior masonry walls, they're also building out the interior masonry walls. They're completing the outside masonry veneer. They're scheduled to receive the overhead doors late this month. We'll see what the holidays and delivery. If we
Those
get in
garage
time.
doors?
Yeah, the garage
Yep.
doors. We will install those as soon as they get them in. You can probably see right now, they're kind of visqueened over and things. So we will install those garage doors as soon as we get that in.
And just for the people, why are we putting garage doors into our,
Well, it's a Four Seasons event space, so we can roll up those garage doors and essentially have indoor-outdoor events. It's fully HVAC controlled, so when it's hot outside, we can close them. When it's cold outside, we can heat the area up, so it'll be a Four-Season space. So yeah, we're looking to see a lot of progress here in December, even though the majority of it is on the inside of the building.
Dave, the window part, the above window part, not the garage door part, when will that be put in, do you
So
think?
they're still manufacturing a lot of that. The east and west clear store at the very top, some of that has been installed already. It's kind of covered with visqueen, so you can't always see it. But the north and south sides, we're hoping late winter for that installation. The storefront and the garage doors and things like that, the storefront windows, should be in the next month or so.
aluminum glazing is the part that goes around the window?
Yeah, so you'll see there's 4 garage doors, but on the east side, or the west side, what you see in there, there's some windows, and there's the storefront, like glass doors to get in and out. That's all arriving here. Once the masonry finishes up, we'll have those installed as well.
Can we go to the next slide, Benny? Some of this, council members, we just saw in the change order request. If we can go to the next one, there's some photos, I think, in there. I don't know if you uploaded all of that.
Yep.
Maybe not.
Going back. Milestone.
Keep going, keep going.
Summary. Concrete floors, slab board.
Okay, maybe they're not. Council members, in your packet, though, you will see some photographs, and I just wanted to point out, I thought it was so fascinating, because none of us, except for, I think, Dave and maybe a few others on our staff, have been inside the event hub while it's been under construction. We've seen the outside, of course, but I just wanted to point out how large it looks when you see these interior photos. And I thought, maybe we should start a football team, and
There you go.
we could practice in there. And then there's another photo of the commercial kitchen area as well. And then one other photo of the office. That's the band shell. And then the office area below here. And this is in your packet, council members. Dave, the sides of the band shell are being installed currently too, correct?
They're working on the masonry veneer over there, yes. I don't know when the actual sides will be in. I could check on the delivery of those materials. but they are out there working currently. And I think to the city manager's point, we've seen a lot of progress on the inside. I've talked to spoken to the city manager, and we're looking for this, if the city council would like a tour of the building, we can set that up, we can make it safe. It is an active construction site, but we can make it safe. We were thinking possibly before the next city council meeting to get in there. It is amazing what has been done since these pictures. I mean, these pictures look ancient compared to what's in there now. So if you're willing to go through, I think we can get that set up for you before the next city council meeting.
Can they do outdoor work when it's 17?
Some they can. Like I said, the masonry work that they're doing, it's heated. They have heaters inside, and they have it, climate controlled, so yes, they can
Right,
work.
right. But the band shell is what I was.
Yeah, you'll see all the visqueen around it, and they're heating it up, so it's
Okay.
low 60s probably in there.
Wow.
Exciting times.
I mean, and just think, council members, we have our community center project yet to come, so very excited about that, working with our partners. Council members, unless there are other questions, that completes the city manager report for this evening. Thank you, and thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Item 11, call to the audience.
Madam Mayor, we have Dana Braxton would like to speak.
It's great. It's what was missing.
I know.
Hi, everyone. Dana Braxton. To the mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council, and to the City Manager, Tungate. So just wanted to bring something to you all's attention, and maybe you have discussed it already. I'm assuming you know. Southfield City Council tonight is having a meeting regarding the data center that they are putting in Southfield. And since this is the city that's right next to us, the pushback that they're getting from the city is that the environmental concerns that they're worried about, the increase in water usage, the increase in electrical usage, and some of the runoff. Is there possible runoff? Will that, I just want to know, would that affect Oak Park? And have we even discussed it? Will that be an issue for the city of Oak Park at all? Because I feel like if they're going to affect, especially when electrical water, if their electrical water goes up, supply and demand, I would assume that's going to affect us too. Is that something that we've even looked at, thought about?
I mean, I can speak to that just really, I'm thinking, yes, there will be an effect. To what degree, we don't know, of course.
Okay.
We need to be given more details too. These data centers are happening all over the state,
Right.
all over the country, really. And of course, there are implications that come with that. Power usage, as you said, water runoff, water usage, et cetera. What does that really mean for us? We don't know yet.
Okay. Will they give you information like that, or is that something they have to, as a city, as a courtesy? Do they say, hey, Oak Park, this is what's going to happen to you all? And the reason I ask is that, as a city, if this is something that's going to damage us, maybe we can, as a city, pull together and say, hey, let's get, because there's quite a few people in Southfield who are opposing it. I didn't know if that was something we as a city should say, hey, yeah, we oppose it too, because it's going to affect us. Just food for thought, just so, and maybe that's something you could tell the city that, once we do know what's going to happen, so we can make some decisions, maybe sign a petition, something, get out and, do our part, just something because I know a lot of my neighbors wanted to know. I didn't know either, because some of the Southfield people were talking to us about it, and we just didn't know, so just wanted to let you all know that, so.
We appreciate that you're proactive and out there.
Yay, rah-rah.
Where is the proposed data center
Pardon me?
going to be? Where is the center going to be?
It's supposed to be, it's on 11 Mile, Inkster 11 Mile 696 area.
Old Blue Cross?
Yes, I
Building.
think that's where it's at, yes. It's supposed to be, I think, 106,000 square feet. They're building a data center.
Wow.
And again, for the AI, again, all this is going on, and they're even saying that for every AI block, I guess if I'm saying that correct, again, this is not my area, so I've done very cursory information gathering, so forgive me if I'm saying anything that's incorrect. But for every one AI model, it's going to produce something like what 7 cars would produce as far as pollution. I just read that today. So again, if I'm wrong, it may be something we just want to look at as a city council and as a team. Okay?
Thank you for
All right,
coming.
thank you all, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thanks for doing the homework.
Don Jones.
Good evening. My name is Donald Jones, 24660 West Hampton Street. And, God, an event hub. Let's activate it. Labor Day. It'll be awesome. Be there. It'll be epic. We already have a website. We have an LLC. We have some funding. So, we're counting on you. That's all.
Thank you. Any further comments? Hearing none, we can move to call to the council. It's dark outside. These are the darkest days. Every time we listen to the news, we hear dark issues happening around the world. That is why that regardless of what religion you celebrate, we're all lighting lights, putting lights on trees, lighting candles, bringing light into the darkness. And some of the light is our community and caring. So just wishing all of you the very best holiday season, joys and blessings of the holiday season. We will light up the world. Mayor Pro Tem.
Amen to that. I just want to mention that tomorrow from 6 to 7 in the community center, there's a Zumba class that's open to everyone, and it's a lot of fun. It's an hour of pretty good aerobic exercise. So it's open, no cost. So if anyone wants to come out, please do. Wear something comfortable, and it does get awfully hot in there. Thank you and good night.
Good way to work off the calories that we're all packing on. Councilmember Radner.
Happy holidays, everybody. Have a great night.
Councilmember Whitehead.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just want to say happy holidays to everyone. Be safe. Have a happy, blessed New Year. And I'm getting word from my mom's staff that she's up and watching the meeting tonight, so I just wanted to say love you, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, hi to Mom. Councilmember Crawford.
And to all our residents, whether you celebrate Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa, happy holidays. Stay warm, and as I always say, be kind to one another.
Amen. Thank you. There being no further business to come before this council, this meeting is adjourned. Thanks for staying for the whole